Hey everybody. So thank you for joining me again. I'm always excited to share, and I pray that this offers hope and encouragement and help for all of you guys listening, not just for yourself, but for friends and loved ones that you have in your life that are either suffering from cancer now or maybe they did in the past. And so the first video I shared my story and what happened with being diagnosed with leukemia in 2003, having a bone marrow transplant, and then recovering from that. The last video, which was number 2 that I did, I started talking about the importance of food and staying away from certain things that are known to have an effect on causing cancer. So today I want to share with you guys why I eat what I eat. And once again, I am not a doctor and I can't offer medical advice or anything like that, but I want to share with you guys my personal story and experience. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how I ate before I was diagnosed with cancer. So growing up and even through college and after college, I thought that I ate really well. I thought that just because things were low fat, yeah, that's not good. I thought that I was eating really healthy because the fat was low. But that became very popular in the 90s, low-fat foods. A couple things about that is that when things are low-fat, they're usually really high in sugar. Plus, they have other yucky stuff in it and very processed. But I would eat things like low-fat cookies. Um, I had like lunch meat often. I'm trying to think what else because it's been so long. I had a lot of pasta because Italian family, of course. So pasta was like the thing that I always craved. And I would have a big bowl of it and not your, healthy gluten-free pasta that we have a lot today, but like, regular pasta. So I would have that a lot. And I remember like I would get these really bad cravings for if you have Publix in your area and you've had their ice cream, you probably have seen this one called Chocolate Trinity. Ugh, like now it doesn't even like tempt me, but it is like the chocolate, I can't even say it. Chocolatey thing out there, like just really, really good chunks of chocolate. Don't run out and buy it because it sounds really good. But anyway, I would have these like super cravings. And Kat, you're funny. I'm looking at your comment here. But so I remember like going, I just want some chocolate Trinity, and I would have it in my freezer. And that was a bad no-no because there were times where I would just go to the freezer with a spoon. And I know you guys are laughing, but it's because you've done this too, where you go in the freezer and you're like, scoop, scoop, and you do that 5 times a day. But anyway, I want to just point out that I thought that I was eating healthy. I don't know why, but I just did. And I was really craving sugar and sweets and chocolate all the time. But a little side note here, a little fun fact for you. Um, Sugar is as addicting as cocaine. If you haven't heard that before, you're probably like, what the heck? But it's true. When we eat a lot of refined white sugar, whether it's in ice cream or cake or cookies or whatever, or even candy, your body becomes addicted to it and it wants more and more. And so there's actually a physical response in your brain that is like you're a Coke addict. So the same thing happens when you, and I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. I was going to tell you about sugar in a couple minutes, but I'll tell you now. When you get rid of the sugar out of your diet, the first few days maybe even the first few weeks might be pretty challenging, especially if you had it a lot. Your body is going through withdrawals as if you were on drugs, because it's like you were, and you're going to want it more and want it more, and you're like, I just have to have it. But I promise that this chocolate Trinity girl, I went like cold turkey from that stupid ice cream years ago, and everything else I was eating, the fat-free cookies. Um, you cut it out, and then you really do crave it more, but then once it's out of your system, your body starts craving the good stuff, and you don't crave the bad stuff anymore. So that's pretty cool. When I first started researching the foods that I should eat and started talking to like more friends that were eating more organic and natural, this is back in 2003. So honestly, you guys, not many people in 2003 were eating this way, but there were a couple that I knew of, and I started looking online, I started reading books, I started going to the grocery store, reading labels. I became a huge label reader. I remember the first few times in the grocery store taking like an hour, because I would grab a box and go through everything. And if I saw something that wasn't good, I was like, okay, let me find something else. But one thing that I started learning about, and I had no idea about any of this, you guys, before I started looking into it. So don't feel bad if you haven't either. But I started realizing that there's certain foods that cause inflammation. And you may have heard of the whole, you want to eat anti-inflammatory, but what the heck is that anyway, right? Like, okay, maybe it makes my insides bloat a little bit, but what is inflammation? And I just want to tell you guys really quick, inflammation is normal in your body. And I honestly, like I said, didn't know about this, but your white blood cells have a response when your body has like foreign invaders like bacteria and viruses. That's your body's way of defending itself. The white blood cells will come out of your bone marrow, and they're in your blood, and they're like the little army, in your in your blood and in your body, attacking those foreign guys. But when there's chronic inflammation, so let me just reverse for a second. That first inflammation is actually good, because without it, we could die of a virus. We could die of something simple. But because of the white blood cells attacking, we don't, thankfully. Thank you, God, that you made our bodies like that. But the chronic inflammation that comes from being overweight, a poor diet, which is what we're focusing on right now, heart disease, diabetes that's poorly controlled, and little or no exercise, smoking, and even stress. When you have that inflammation in your body, that is what leads to asthma, allergies, autoimmune diseases, huge, heart disease, and cancer. So we want to keep that inflammation down. And what I started doing was I started eating more vegetables. And I know you guys, probably some of you are cringing right now because you're like, I hate vegetables. But let me tell you, once you get rid of that yucky stuff that I was talking about a minute ago, your body actually starts craving, and I promise this is true, your body starts craving the good stuff. I am not lying when I tell you that I crave broccoli. I crave a good big salad. Like I love it like it's cookies, old cookies, because I don't eat them anymore. But I just crave asparagus. I crave Brussels sprouts. And that's my body's way of saying, you need this. This is good for us. We're going to grow and be healthy, and we're going to attack those bad guys in your body. And we're going to, Lord willing, always keep that stuff away. So I promise, get rid of the bad stuff. You'll start craving greens. You'll start craving that good stuff. So back to inflammation. We want to avoid foods that cause inflammation. Now, let me give you a little list. This isn't a whole comprehensive list, but it gives you some ideas. In case you've never heard of this before, it will tell you this is what causes inflammation with food. You want to stay away and hang in with me here. Don't be like, oh, forget it, and click off the video. Don't get discouraged, because I'm here to help you. And if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. But you want to stay away from dairy. You want to stay away from fried foods, potato chips. And trust me, guys, potato chips is still kind of weakness for me. But in rethinking about all this, it's actually become easier for me to not get the potato chips and the French fries. Red meat, pancakes, oatmeal, crackers, cookies, and most protein bars. They all cause inflammation. Sugar, white potatoes, roasted nuts. You don't want to eat the roasted nuts, but raw nuts are good. White bread, corn chips, margarine. That is really bad for you in general, for everything. Bottled fruit juices, most sports drinks, soda, beer, and diet soda. We should really eat more vegetables. These are key now. These are the things that lower the inflammation. We should eat more vegetables. Most of our plates, if you're thinking of a dinner plate, a circle, half of your plate should be vegetables, which goes against the American way of, half carbs, but no. Most vegetables. Then we want greens, avocado, beans, raw nuts, seaweed, vegetable juice, sprouts, and apple cider vinegar. Now, I just want to mention really quick that I totally am in 100% agreement with and I'll show you guys this little card here. I know you can't read it, but I am in total agreement with the healthy living plan that Arbonne gives all of their clients who go through a 30-day detox and nutrition plan. Actually, you guys, I have a ton of these cards. It shows the foods that you should include and eliminate and what should be on your plate here, and gives you examples of the foods that lower the inflammation. I'd be more than happy to mail you one of these. Just message me or let me know. But what's so cool is I was doing this 14 years ago, way before Arbonne even came out with this plan. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, awesome. This is the way that I eat. I don't really even have to change anything. And so now it's my passion to help other people get healthy and lower the inflammation in their bodies, and just get to be their healthiest them that they can be. So let me know if, like I said, if you'd like more information on this program. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. I have so many stories of people who've even gotten their healthiest that they could ever be, and they're like 70. So it's awesome. I'm very passionate about that, as hopefully you can tell. But really quick, one last thing about this program too. If you are interested, please mention that I'm telling you guys in this video. I'm going to help you get everything at a huge discount, whatever you need, okay? So ask me about that. So, okay, going back to apple cider vinegar. I have my little friend here. His name is Bragg. If you know me, and if my daughter was in the room right now, she'd say, Mom is always talking about apple cider vinegar this and apple cider vinegar that. Guys, if you don't have this in your pantry, go get it tomorrow or tonight. So I love this brand because it's really the best. You need an apple cider vinegar that has, see how it says with the mother? That means that it has the original enzymes and the live bacteria, the good bacteria that your gut needs to be healthy. It's raw and unfiltered. Now, I thought this was so cool, and I'm sorry, or I'm kind of sorry if this is going a little bit long, but then again, I'm not, because I think that this is very important for you guys to know. When I started looking into apple cider vinegar and why it's so good, Did I like the taste of it? No, not really, but I've learned to really like it, and my body craves that too. But what's cool about apple cider vinegar is there were even studies done to show that it regulates people's blood sugar. So it's great for diabetics. And these are actual scientific studies that were done. It lowers your blood pressure. It improves your heart health. It lowers cholesterol and promotes detoxification of the liver and other organs, which lead to a healthy lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, all over your body, a part of your immune system. You can't live without your lymphatic system, and improves your overall immune response. Now, me as a leukemia survivor, I was extremely attracted to that because if you don't have a healthy lymphatic system, a healthy immune system, you can sadly develop chronic issues or acute issues. Like the leukemia that I had was acute. That means that it was fast moving and I probably only had 6 months to live. Thankfully, I think I mentioned this in my first video, thankfully the doctors never gave me like a timeline, which I'm so happy about. But my point is you need a healthy lymphatic system for your body to function and fight off disease so you can just live a healthy lifestyle. Also, this is really cool. Another cool fact about apple cider vinegar is it helps promote weight loss, and it also helps any digestive ailments that people might be having. But with that being said, you might have some digestive issues because of the foods you're eating too. So you can't just go eat that ice cream and the french fries and then, hey, when I get home, I'm going to... No, it goes along with your healthy lifestyle. Okay, so let me see in my notes here. I just didn't want to forget about important things to tell you guys. Let me see if you have any questions here so far. That's good, Nathan. You love veggies. That's good that you're working on the rest. Okay, so I'm going to throw this in here for you guys. Even though it's been 14 years of my healthy lifestyle journey, I'm still learning new stuff. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I just watched a documentary called What the Health, and I strongly recommend looking it up if you haven't already. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. But I am actually looking into cutting out a lot of animal products and byproducts. I've already done that in my skincare and the stuff that I put on my body, but I'm starting to look into that more with my nutrition. And actually the last couple of days I haven't had any animal products or byproducts, and I feel really good. So more on that probably to come down the road. I honestly don't want to throw any information at you guys that I haven't really fully looked at myself yet, and want to be 110% sure. So I can say, though, that you do need more plants, more fiber in your diet. Most people do not have the right amount of fiber. They have tons of protein, especially from animal products like meat or dairy, or like whey kind of protein mixes. But you really need a more plant-based diet. Even if you do eat meat, you need a lot more plants in your diet. Most Americans are really lacking when it comes to fiber, and that's so important. I learned, I didn't know this before either, but I learned that you really need fiber to move everything through your gut, to move everything through your digestive system, so you can get the waste, not going into too much detail there, but get the waste out so that everything can keep running. Because think about it like this. Think of your body like a bathtub. And we talk about this all the time in Arbonne. Think of your body like a bathtub. So, when your bathtub gets like clogged, I know it's kind of gross, but like the drain gets clogged, you cannot keep pouring more and more and more water into the tub. Eventually what's going to happen, it's going to back up. And before you know it, your bathtub is now overflowing. Like if you let it get to that point, overflowing water goes everywhere. Your body is the same way. When we add in stuff and add in stuff that is not good for our body, and we're not cleaning it out. And honestly, you guys, I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. I'm next on Thursday, on this coming Thursday, I'm going to talk all about detoxification and what I've done to keep my body free of toxins as much as possible, because obviously we can't 100%, we live in this world. But anyway, where was I? So yes, the bathtub. If you're not cleaning yourself out, if you don't have that fiber, if you don't have things like the apple cider vinegar to help your guts, everything's just going to back up, and the stuff has to go somewhere. So you start getting skin problems. And that's something else about me. If you knew me in high school and college and even after college, maybe I noticed it more than other people. It's probably how it goes, right? We always notice the bad things about ourselves, but I had a lot of acne issues. I never went anywhere without covering up my skin. When I started changing my nutrition to the more anti-inflammatory diet and started just focusing more on my ingredients, what I'm eating, and also healthy ingredients that I'm putting on my face, totally cleared up. Like even the scarring, everything just healed really nicely. So I'm super excited about that, especially as a girl, right? We want nice skin and we want to look young forever. But anyway, I hope this wasn't too much information for you. I don't want you to feel like you leave these videos going, I really don't even know what to do now. Like, where do I start? But seriously, send me a message and I can put one of these in the mail for you guys, or even send you an electronic copy via email or on Facebook. So I'd love to help, because it just gives a really nice plan, and what you should eat, what you should avoid. So let me see if there's any other questions. Do you guys have any other questions before I let you go? I really hope that this is helping you guys. I really want my experience and all the things that I've learned to be a help to you and to be a blessing to you. And I really did feel overwhelmed 14 years ago, even 13 or 12 years ago. It took me a little while to not feel overwhelmed, but I promise, like I said, if I can do this, you can definitely do it too. So thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Thank you for sharing this video. Please share it with the world so we can all be educated and learn more about taking care of ourselves naturally and eating better. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.